Sam Morgan here for another video today. Today I'm going to be doing another review. I actually forget if I ever did one, so I don't do stuff like that often, but I'm going to be telling you something. And this is probably something you haven't asked, but have you ever wondered why do I never play Super Mario games, or why do I never... why do I have it as a Mario logo has my picture? Well, I'll answer that question. I never LP'd a Mario game for that because I can't LP most of the games I have, as most of the ones I have on the computer, that is, are fan-made, and I haven't beaten the ones I can get on the computer. I will admit, I haven't beaten the original trilogy, and I have not beaten the SNES game, Super Mario World. As a matter of fact, I had to use Star Road, whatever you call it, to get to the final world of the game in the final stage. It's a pain in the butt. I also got the top secret area, but enough about Super Mario World. I can't even get the Nintendo 64 Classic Super Mario 64 on here. Or at least I can, but the emulators I have, it's a good one. Just as there's one problem. It's 64-bit. I have a 30... Well, actually, my Windows system isn't designed to handle that. I think my Wii emulator sucks. But I don't know if you all know this, but I am a very, very big Mario fan. If it weren't for Super Mario 3D Land, I would have never gotten the 3DS, believe me. That's how much I love it. For one game, and probably a couple of future ones, and there were future ones, I got a 3DS. I gotta get that Mario. And I was excited when I heard that they were making a sequel of 3D Land, because 3D Land was a good game, and 3D World should be a very good game. Wish I could LP it. I don't think they even have Wii U emulators yet. Have Wii ones, don't have 3DS ones, not sure if they have PS Vita ones. I have heard that PSP had emulators, but there's only really Sonic Rivals, and I never played that game. Heard a bunch of controversy about that game, and I actually do have a PSP, but I actually lost something that's kind of important. The power strip. I don't know how I lost it, just disappeared one day, and I've never found it since. And of course the thing died. Too bad for me. So I can't really play my PSP anymore, and I actually had some decent emulators so I could play Sonic the Hedgehog on the go. Who wouldn't want to play Sonic the Hedgehog on the go? I love it. Of course I was not as big since the Sonic series, and I was crap at the Sonic games. Wow, I'm just hating Sonic now. But yes, Mario is my true favorite all time. I used to not be a fan of either Sonic or Mario. As a matter of fact, my first game was Super Mario Galaxy 2. I may have gotten it the year after it released, or the same year, I forget. I know it was in 2010, all that. No, I got it in 2010 or 2011, so... But I love that game. It was pretty fun. I was a Sonic fan for a while, too. It wasn't until one of my friends said, dude, you need to get Sonic Colors and at least try the game out. It was one day, I was in this... I hate it when it does this, I swear to God. But when I was in the store shopping, and on the floor, I noticed a copy of the game. What did I do? I picked it up and bought the game. I was actually spending night at a place, and this was before the Wii U didn't launch. So this was before I moved my Wii over there, so I had something to do there. Other than play my 3DS. Eventually. But, and then, after, so when I got home, I finally was able to play the game. And must I say, for what I was used to in my video games, I loved it. It's much better than Mario in so many, well, ways. I still like Mario more than Sonic. It's just I play Sonic a bit more. But one of the main reasons is, well, because I have so many games I can play on the computer. And like Wii has a couple of debuts, DS. I can play some Sonic. But I don't have any of them. I have a decent count, but there are games I don't have, unlike Mario. Did I already say this? But I may have. But I own every Super Mario game. Super Mario. Not Mario Bros. Not Mario Kart. Not Mario Party. As some people say. So you own all 52 games. I'm like, what? Are you kidding? They're not. It's only Super Mario. But I've gotten the Super Mario all, and most of them are actually on official consoles, not emulators. Most of the time I don't have it on the official console. I have it in the compilation that was made, or I just download it from the virtual console on the Wii. But enough blathering about how I got into Mario. Pretty much, I love Mario. I wish I could do LPs of the newer games in the franchise. They really need to make a Super Mario Bros. 4 or something, so maybe I could help. Actually, the main problem is they don't make games for the PC. Why? Man, I really need a capture card. But I've been rambling on for 7 minutes. Skip to, I'll try to have a link in the description for the review. But either way, I'm going to be reviewing all the Mario games I own. And that's every one. Every single one. But, oh, I never mentioned, in 2 days, the DLC for New Super Luigi U is coming out. I'll make sure to get that on the Nintendo Wii U when I can and get the money on the eShop, because I don't have much money on the eShop. I got $10 saved up, so I have to build up that money. But I'll get it eventually, so either way, we're going to do a review of Super Mario Brothers. Man, I wish I had Mario music playing. Actually, you know what? Just to have fun. Sorry if my computer goes slow. It doesn't usually do this. Just, what can I say? Oh, Kobe. You have uploaded some new vids. Have you? I used to be able to see really don't really do many games I want to watch. Mainly it's just because I have so many vids from you. But either way, let's switch up the overall standard of I'll just search this and then research again. I found It's the first OST you hear in the game. It's literally the title screen theme. Which is kind of funny. As it later became the main theme of Mario. I mean, come on, tell me this theme isn't catchy. You know it is. Enough of that. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get this review started. Don't worry, my other ones won't be as long as this. My god, my computer's going slow. Yeah, Windows 7 Classic helps it out so much. I got the quality 240, so... Dude, this is something I could... I had to. It's just so classic. 8-bit goodness. And for the record, this is a Nintendo theme. It's not mine. So, don't be mean. Don't do crap. It's weird comments. Man, I really need to stop that either way. But either way, this is Super Mario Bros. Back in the old days, with the success of Donkey Kong and Mario Bros, they wanted to bring Mario back in a new way. And I'm making all this up probably, but so they made a new Jumpman game, as they would call it in Japan at that time, and it was called Super Mario Bros. Alright, now I don't know exactly what to review. I'll review the story first. Hey, how about the first thing you think to do? Graphics and sound. So the graphics of the game, compared to today's standards, you can say they're utter crap. For the NES, this is actually pretty impressive stuff. I mean, how many games on the NES have a good background that isn't black? Some games, not many, but some didn't even have music to go on. So, you can't say that the graphics are bad. First time it was pretty impressive, you could say that. I mean, it's an 8-bit console, ain't gonna be high quality, so, there are glitches in this game, which all is a problem. But either way, now for the music of the game. Oh my god. There isn't much of it. There's like 3, 4, maybe themes, depending on what version you have. I have, but we're gonna talk about first what it comes with on the NES and then the Super Nintendo Super Mario All-Stars game. As they made some slight tweaks, but either way, in the NES version, what you're listening to right now is the theme that gets stuck in your head. Almost everybody knows this theme. It's Mario's theme, the main theme of him. So that's just the overall theme. And the title screen theme. Or at least that's what I remember. But then we got the Underworld theme. That's also a classic. It's remixed so much in the new Super Mario series. You won't believe it. It's pretty classic. That's all I can really say. Then there's the Water Stage theme. Water Stage. graphics and all that. I'm not going to review those, but it's pretty good in that aspect. Now let's go over what goes on Super Nintendo. Obviously, they're advanced and remixed along with the graphics, but they're the Super Nintendo graphics. They're supposed to look like Super Mario World. What do you say? I mean, what can I say? And also, there are added tracks, such as, remember the bonus rooms in the game? They got their own theme now. Like, I forget what it sounded like in the original game, but I know it was either no theme or the theme, the same theme, or like the Underworld theme. I don't know. But it wasn't this one. I mean, I could probably pull it up right now if you wanted me to. Because this was only the Super Nintendo version, as I said. Really? Alright. Fine. I want to get a hurry up version. It's the best I can get. Quick. This is only on the Super Nintendo, so yeah. Yeah. That's the ad theme, and for the first time, not really, but for this game, this was another ad theme. Did you know that there was an added theme called the boss theme? Yes, the Super Mario Brothers in Super Nintendo actually had Bowser, or like Bowser has his own theme. In the original, it was the same as the castle theme. So the All-Stars has some more themes for you to listen to. And one of the many reasons to get this cartridge on the Super Nintendo if you can. I actually own the original thing, the cartridge. But it's a pain in the butt for me to take pictures of my stuff I have, so probably won't ever show it to you. Because I got a webcam. This is my favorite of the two themes that are added in this version. Although, it's not in the original, and there are only two themes that come in the Super Nintendo version. Still, I like this one much better than the bonus room theme. I mean, come on. Don't you love those? And the next thing I should compliment is the length. For today's standards, this is a short game. You can, and most people can get through it in 3 minutes, probably. I mean, but if you play through the whole game, it's probably a little more than an hour, maybe 2. I don't know. But it's a very short game, like something 30 stages, maybe 32, maybe 34, maybe 36. I know it's one of those. I know it. But, and I'm just rambling here. But for that time, this was a decent length game because it kind of compares with Nintendo and Super Nintendo cartridges. They couldn't hold much. I mean, today you have so many more themes and stuff in the games. Back then, the cartridges couldn't handle much. I mean, how long is Sonic the Hedgehog 1? 6 worlds, each with 3 stages. It's shorter than the Mario game. I mean, the Genesis game. So, that's just feel much better. But the gameplay, I'm still on the controls. The D-pad obviously controls how Mario moves. Down to duck, on the up to look up, and left goes left, and right goes right. Simple as that. Making some play with the arrow keys, or if you prefer WASD, that's how I play with Minecraft. Mainly because it's all control. I've gotten used to it, but yeah. Then the main controls start, obviously pauses the game, but like most NES games, the pause screen is just freezing the game. That's all it is. But in the Super Nintendo version, you actually do get a couple of options. I believe it's continue, save and continue, and save and quit, or something like that. It's all the same options on the game over screen. But yeah, but that's pretty much what it's ever came on all the compilations, so yeah. I don't exactly know how it controls on the Super Nintendo version. I could probably look now. I mean, I could probably reset the game. Well, let's check how the controls work on the Super Nintendo version. As you can, because I think you can check on here. It's only like with the old games. Okay, so this is how they control. The Super Nintendo version, B and A are jump, and to run, hold Y or X. You can also select it to the other way around, I believe, as it says type A. By the way, pressing the A button does not actually open these, you have to press start. Just saying that. But in the NES version, hold B to run, and use power-ups pretty much, and all that crap. And the A button is the jump. Yeah. Man, I feel dull while I'm saying all this crap. And it's like, and now for the most important aspect of the game, is really usually the overall decision of if you get a game or not. The gameplay in this game, how can you deny that it's good? I mean, I love playing my classic Mario when I'm bored and have no other game I want to play, mainly because I've played it to death a while back. I mean, come on. When I first got Super Mario Galaxy, they said with the money I got from the games I was trading in, I could not only get that game, but this game as well. The Wii version, that is. Why not? So, yeah, I got the Wii version of the game. I played it to death. Trying out all these neat games. I loved them each. Man, when my mom came over, she'd play it sometimes because she's played these games. She has. Sometimes I wonder, did you ever think, memories? But I'm not gonna ask her. I really shouldn't have to. But yeah, the gameplay in the game, as I said, you move left and right. You jump on an enemy to kill them. If you take damage as small Mario, you're dead. Get a power up, you get an extra hit. Get fire flower, you can shoot at enemies. It's pretty fun. There's a timer, you can try to get a high score. I'm not sure if it was, but I think it may have been released in the arcade. I forget. So don't ask me. And it was made on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I can't say. I played it in the arcade. That's all I can say. Hey Mom, sometime. Hey Mom, was this in the arcade in your time? No games in Galaga, but either way, each world, there are 8 worlds in the game, each with 4 stages. And the fourth stage was always a castle stage, and at the end of it you fought Bowser. Kind of like in the New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. 2, and New Super Mario Bros. First phase of the fight. Or at least in Wii, 2, and U. To you. But either way, that's pretty much how the fights worked, only a lot harder. And like I said, the NES version didn't have a boss theme, even for the final one, so you really didn't have any special theme for it. On the SNES version, you did. I'm just rambling on now. But yeah, the gameplay is pretty good. Although I do hate hearing this every time I beat a castle. Thank you, Mario. Sorry, but our princess is in another castle. Hear that after you beat every Dash 4 stage in the game. It's so annoying. Sometimes. And it's never annoyed me. Sometimes I just feel like saying, I don't think I really shouldn't say that, because there may be younger viewers watching this video. It's not an appropriate word. I don't care what your parents say. Crap is okay. I'd say a certain word is alright, but that's another word I'd just say. You know what I mean? I like to. What can I say? I don't like saying bad words. Sometimes I do it. Just because I'm mad. You never know. But I most usually don't cuss, but I'll. Either way, yeah. That's pretty much Super Mario Brothers in a nutshell. For today, you'd probably get not the best rating. Oh, I never talked about some glitches in the game. Glitches are kind of the problem. One glitch is the -1 world in Super Mario Brothers. Pretty much in the original Super Mario Brothers, if you're on World 1-2, at the end, if you break 2 blocks and jump so precise, you can go through the wall, and if you don't walk too far, you can go to this World -1 stage. And in the US version of the game, it's an endless underwater world. And it doesn't end until you get a game over. Wow. And the funny thing is, it's much better in the Japanese version. Like, it's supposed to be like stuff randomly placed, like an underwater normal stage that has piranha plants floating and stuff like that, and it's pretty crazy. You also fight multiple Bowsers, I believe, in certain sections. I don't know if this is true, but I think it may have been used as a special world in Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So in Japan, at the time it was released, it was only in Japan. You see the pattern here? That world has only appeared in Japan until the release of this game. Or at least another version of this game that didn't have this one. It came out the same year as Sonic the Hedgehog. Could this be the game that was supposed to compete with them? Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, Mario's been around a lot longer than Sonic the Hedgehog. He's gotten 4 games before his first appearance. Maybe he was announced by this time. But still. But yeah, that pretty much concludes my review. I'd say it's a pretty good game. I'd say if you could get it really cheaper, most likely free, or you can get a Super Nintendo copy of this, get it on an emulator, just get it on the Wii if you really wanted to, or download it from the Virtual Console. You can get it pretty much everywhere as long as you own a PC or a Nintendo. least as long as you have a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PC, or Wii, you can pretty much get the game. Why, if you can hack certain systems, you could probably get it on the PSP. I mean, I have well, maybe not hack. No, it's not hacking. It's modding, you could say. It's modding. Pretty much. But if you can do that to your PSP, you can pretty much run some ROMs on it. And you can play this version, or you can play the original NES version. You can play it on almost any console. Oh my god. Like, you could probably play it on the DS. You could probably play it. I'm not sure if they had this special stuff like that on the Nintendo 64 or GameCube. Then you could probably get it on those. Really, you just have to have a PC. And sometimes a non-Nintendo console. Like, there are non-Nintendo consoles you can get, and all of them do the same thing, run emulators. So you can get this game anywhere, and most of the time when you're getting it, you can get it free in the emulator section. If you see the game on a virtual console, or maybe a future game on the eShop, I don't know. Maybe it will be. Actually, it was on the 3DS eShop, so you can include that as well. It's pretty cheap usually. Like, this Super Mario All-Stars only costs like 20 or 30 bucks, maybe 40. I forget. I don't remember how much I paid for the game when I first got it. But it was a pretty cheap game, so. And I'm sure you can get it for the old copies of the Super Nintendo or NES version for like 5 cents. I don't know. But yeah, this is Super Mario Brothers. It's a pretty good game. If you're looking for something to play, that is. But if you're looking for a really long game that's not happy and all that or something like that, don't get this game. And if you're into Mario but you really want a decent game that's very long to keep you entertained for a while, don't get this game. Get another of the classics. And not this one. This one. This is really. Either way, see you all next time. Peace, fellow Morgans.